You love your dog. Take care of it with all the affection. Give it food, walk, pet it. But what if I told you that without realizing it, you might be doing something that hurts you emotionally every day? Something small, silent, but that deeply affects your best friend's heart? Today, we're going to talk about common attitudes that many people repeat thinking everything is fine, but which, in the eyes of a dog, can mean abandonment, confusion, or even sadness. And the worst? We do it with the best intentions. Tell me here in the comments, what is the name of your four-legged companion? Have you ever stopped to think about how he feels, even when you think everything is right? Ever wondered what he would like to tell you if he could speak? Write his name here and how much you love animals. And if your heart also believes that every dog deserves to be truly understood, listened to, and loved. This video is for you. You love your dog. It cares, feeds, protects. But what if, even with so much love, you were doing something that hurts you without realizing it? Sometimes, in the midst of the rush, routine and good intentions, small gestures go unnoticed. And what, to us, seems normal, to them may sound like rejection, confusion, or even emotional abandonment. This video is an invitation to awaken, a deep look at everyday attitudes that deserve to be reviewed. Dogs do not speak with words, but they speak with their bodies, with their eyes, with their breathing, with the way they approach or move away. And one of the most common mistakes is not observing these signs. Sometimes the dog begins to isolate itself, barks less, wags its tail in a restrained way. And we think, it must be the heat, it must be the age. But often it's emotional. It's longing for true attention, for that connection that goes beyond the basics. Another mistake that goes unnoticed is the absence of real presence. We are by their side physically, but with our minds elsewhere. On the cell phone, on TV, in the problems of the day. Dogs feel it. They notice when we are not whole there. For us, it may seem like just another moment at home. For them, it's the only time of day when everything makes sense. And if we are not truly present, it is as if they are waiting for a love that never arrives completely. Emotional absence leaves invisible marks. The dog approaches, but feels that something is missing. He touches you with his paw, touches his snout, looks you in the eye, trying to draw your attention back to the now. He doesn't want much. He doesn't require hours or difficult words. He wants presence. He wants the world to stop for a moment. And there is only the bond between you. When you surrender, even for a few minutes, something in him lights up. And something in you heals. There is a silent magic in truly being together. Lie on the floor with him. Watch his breathing. Feel the warmth of his body next to you. These are simple moments, but they are worth more than any digital distraction. Dogs live in the present. They do not carry yesterday or wait for tomorrow. And perhaps, for this reason, they are our best teachers about the value of being whole. Whole in touch, in look, in time. They don't want your presence, want you. And when you choose to be completely, without dividing your attention, you notice how everything changes. He relaxes. He trusts more. He indulges in even more sweetness, because deep down, every dog only wants one thing, to be seen with the heart. And that starts when we learn to disconnect from what distracts us and reconnect with what really matters. A true moment with him can be worth more than 1,000 promises that are never fulfilled. Have you ever noticed how he watches you when you walk away quickly, without saying goodbye? When you close the door in a hurry and don't even look back? For you, it may be routine. For him, it can be a moment of anxiety. The simple act of leaving without emotionally preparing your dog can generate insecurity. A look, a caress, a calm farewell. That already makes a difference. He just needs to know that you're going back, that you're not leaving him behind. And there is also the excess of correction. Many tutors believe they are educating, but end up creating fear. When the scolding comes with screams, when the tone of voice is scary, when there is physical punishment or isolation, what is broken is not only the behavior, it is the trust. The dog does not learn that something is wrong. He learns that you can be unpredictable. And this drives him away, saddens him. Discipline is necessary, yes. But with love, with respect, and with consistency. Another common and harmful gesture is to ignore the need for mental stimulation. Dogs need more than kibble and walking. They need to think, explore, play, challenge themselves. The lack of novelty makes them bored, anxious, even depressed. Simple interactive toy, a new game, or a different outing already changes their day. For the dog, every novelty is a world to be discovered. And he wants to discover that world by his side. And when you arrive tired, irritated, and he comes with his tail wagging, how do you react? Sometimes we push. We say, "Not now," without realizing the impact of this. He waited all day for you, and in that instant of rejection, something in him breaks. It's not about partying every day. It's about not failing to recognize the value of that meeting. A look with affection, a light touch, a simple "Hi, my friend," already makes his heart calm. He doesn't understand the stress of his job, nor the weight of his bills. But he understands when you arrive different. He feels it in his tone of voice, in the rhythm of his steps, in the absence of his gaze. And even so, he gets closer, because he believes that love can soften any harshness in the world. He insists, hoping that, at least for a moment, you will look at him as someone who finds peace again. And when that happens, when you reciprocate, it vibrates inside, as if everything was right again. It is in these small gestures that the great power of affection resides. A pat on the head, a "I missed you," or even the simple act of sitting next to him. This has immense value. He doesn't want to demand anything from you. It just wants to remind you of something you may have forgotten. That there is love waiting for you at your doorstep every day. And that, even when everything seems to go wrong outside, he continues to believe in his best inside. If we knew how precious these moments are to them, maybe we would be more careful. Maybe we would pause the rush, put the fatigue aside for a few seconds, and allow this true meeting. Because for the dog, love lives in the now. And this now, even if brief, can become the most beautiful part of your day. Some errors are hidden in the comparisons. My dog is very agitated. The neighbor's is more obedient. He doesn't learn anything. But each dog is unique, with its own rhythm, temperament, history, and sensitivity. To compare, it is like denying its essence. It's like saying that he should be someone else. And for a being who just wants to please you, this is more painful than it seems. Accept him with his quirks, his ways, his truth. That's what he does for you every day. There is also the error of exaggeration. Many tutors, afraid of making mistakes, exaggerate the pampering. Snacks all the time, few rules, everything is allowed. This may seem like love, but it often turns into confusion. The dog no longer knows what he can or can't. He becomes anxious, insecure, and begins to act inappropriately. True love is also a limit. It is also teaching, because teaching is caring. And dogs, despite being sweet, also need direction to feel safe. Dogs' emotional health is fragile. And a subtle but serious mistake is ignoring the signs of stress. Excessive licking, destruction of objects, excessive barking, or apathy are not dog stuff. They are requests for help. These are ways they have to say, "There's something wrong in here." And when this goes unnoticed for a long time, the dog gets sick. Not only in the body, but in the soul. Therefore, observing with love is the greatest form of care. Many also forget that their time is different from ours. They live less, but with more intensity. Each year for us, it is as if there were many for them. And for this reason, each of our absences is felt as too long. Every minute of affection is worth gold. Sometimes all he needs is for you to lie on the floor and stay there, on the side, in silence. For him, this is heaven. Another point that many make mistakes without knowing it: playing rough or too fast. Not all dogs like to be touched in the same way. Some are scared, others are tense. The caress must come with attention, with respect to the dog's time. Observe if he relaxes, if he approaches, if he closes his eyes. The right touch can heal, but the hasty touch can drive away. We can't forget the look either. Dogs understand emotions by their faces, by their expressions. When you're tense, worried, they feel it. And many times, unintentionally, we take out our fears on them. It is important to remember that they are not a filter of our pain. They are love, and they deserve that. Even on difficult days, we preserve the lightness of the bond. A smile, even tired, can say, "It's okay. I'm still here for you." And when does the tour become an obligation? Many dogs notice when the walk is rushed, done for the sake of it. They want to explore, smell, stop. They want to live in the moment. When we push too much, hurry, limit, we are saying without words that it is not important. But for them, that is the best time of the day. Walking together is more than exercise. It is a ritual of connection. It is there that the dog feels free. It is there that he understands the world, decodes smells, identifies invisible stories. Every tree has a message, every corner is a discovery. But when the ride is conducted in a hurry or impatience, he feels that that space of freedom is being denied. And even without understanding the reason, he withdraws. He walks less happy, looks less at you, and begins to just obey. Without joy, without brilliance, without that unique energy that only he has. The tour is not just about spending physical energy. It is also the time when you strengthen the bond of trust, when you walk at his pace, when you let him smell unhurriedly, when you share that time lightly. His heart understands. He sees me. He respects me. He allows me to be who I am. And that changes everything. A simple walk becomes a silent exchange, where love is said with steps, with spaces given, with time offered. The haste of the world does not need to invade this moment. If possible, allow yourself to slow down. Leave your cell phone in your pocket. Feel the wind. Walk with him as if visiting a sacred place. Because for your dog, being with you on the street is not a chore. It's a gift. And the more you are whole there, the more it will show you the beauty of living in the now. Because dogs don't just walk with their bodies, they walk with their hearts. We also make mistakes when we don't let them be who they are, when we want them not to run, not to play, not to make a mess. Dogs are living beings, full of energy, curiosity, and free spirit. When we try to mold them too much to our will, we gradually erase their joy. To love is also to allow the other to exist as they are. Sometimes we do everything right, and yet we make the main mistake, forgetting to say thank you. Forgetting to say thank you for existing. They offer us everything, every day. Love, company, protection, joy, and they rarely get deep recognition back. Today, take time to give thanks. Look your dog in the eye and say, "I see you, and I'm grateful for every second by your side." To err is human, and to love is divine. The important thing is to recognize, correct with care, to start over with presence. Your dog doesn't expect perfection. He expects affection. He doesn't want you to know everything, just that you're willing to learn. With him, for him, next to him. Because in the end, what heals the most is this simple but whole love. And now that you've come this far, how about sharing with us a little piece of your story? Comment below how it is to walk with your dog, what he likes to do the most, or that special moment that only the two of you understand. Also, leave his name in the comments. This space is made to celebrate true love, the one that has 4 legs and a heart bigger than the world. And if you also believe that dogs are angels who walk by our side, write in the comments, "I love dogs." Let's spread this good energy, this connection that heals and transforms even the most difficult days. Sometimes, a simple sentence is the hug that someone needed to read. Enjoy and subscribe to the channel. Activate the bell to continue receiving content made with love, especially for those who live with an open heart to animals. And if this video touched you, share it with someone who also loves their dog, or who is in need of a word of hope today. Because together, with affection and presence, we live lighter days and happier, next to those who never leave us alone.